I want to go back over to TrueView Max now. This is, again, we don't have a formal warning for Lee County, Alabama. If we can go over to TrueView Max, I do want to show you this. No formal warning for Lee County, Alabama. That's what we're looking at now. But our velocity product is picking up some circulation with that storm in the southern part of the county. That is south of Auburn and Opelika. So this is Opelika, Auburn right here just off your screen, and this is Interstate 85. So south of Interstate 85 in Lee County near the Mitchell Crossroads area, near Beauregard right here, there's some circulation with this storm. Let's go over to live radar. Again, we don't have a tornado warning with this storm just yet, but it's starting to look more impressive as it's moving through a section of Lee County that hasn't seen a lot of rain today, and we may be starting to develop some sort of hook echo on this storm right there along Highway 51. So now if you live in Lee County, including Opelika, though it looks like the worst of the weather just south of Opelika, but anywhere along Highway 280, again between about Smith Station and Opelika, you're going to see some high winds, some large hail, very dangerous lightning, and also the possibility of some heavy rain here as well. So again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning, not a tornado warning, but keep in mind, severe thunderstorm warnings, when we have tornado watches in effect, we always watch them closely because at any time, this thunderstorm could take on the characteristics of a storm that could possibly produce a tornado. So we're going to watch this closely as it moves across the areas in Lee County, and will eventually start to move across into Harris County, maybe even North Columbus could get some rain out of this as well. Again, this storm is strengthening, and it would not surprise me if we saw an upgrade to that as it was crossing over the river. That's something that we'll continue to watch very closely, and we're going to stay with you as that storm moves into Harris County just in case, because right now Troup and Meriwether counties technically outside of our viewing area. We don't have that tornado warning for Harris County anymore, but we're going to stay with this a little bit longer because I'm concerned about this storm now crossing in the southern and central sections of Lee County. That'll cross over Highway 280 here fairly soon. I believe that warning expires at 11:45 Eastern Time, 10:45 Central Time. There. Let's go now to our live Doppler 9. We're watching that storm coming out of Lee County. And Bruce, I'm just worried about this. This doesn't look good to me at all.
It doesn't. As a matter of fact, it has beginning to develop a little bit hook echo there just north of Salem.
The National Weather Service in Peachtree City is saying that the rotation really starting to tighten on this storm as we've been talking about, and they're going to issue a tornado warning very soon for Harris County. So no formal warning yet, but it is on the way. So if you live in Harris County, especially the southern part of the county, a tornado warning will be coming out very soon. If you live in Lee County, I'm going to go ahead and say if you live north of Salem, if you live around the Beulah area, we want you to go ahead and be in a safe place. Even though there's no formal tornado warning with this storm yet, it has developed rapid rotation, and there could very well be a tornado forming with this storm. We're looking at a hook echo, winds blowing into the storm this way, winds blowing out of the storm this way, and again, the circulation is very, very tight as of right now. So here is what would be a developing tornado or possible tornado in northern Lee County. That's going to track across the Chattahoochee River, across Lake Harding very, very soon. Now, if you live in Auburn, if you live in Opelika, your cities are not involved in this warning. If you live even in Smith Station, Salem, and Bleecker, this is just to your north and just to your east. But again, a developing tornado, a possible tornado with this storm in Lee County. It's going to cross the river here pretty soon. Bruce, do we have an update on that warning?
Yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, let's go to Sky Tracker real quick, and they are indicating a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado 7 miles west of Lake Harding or 20 miles west of Hamilton, moving northeast very, very fast at 50 miles per hour.
Passing near the city of Beulah and Lee County, that's going to cross over Lake Harding. It'll cross over the Goat Rock Dam, Bartlett's Ferry Dam. That'll cross the Chattahoochee River into western sections of Harris County. So if you live near Mulberry Grove or Mountain Hill, those are two communities that will be in the path of this storm. That looks very impressive. We've still got that hook echo showing up right here. The possible tornado here, the very heavy rain, hail, and high winds spreading just to the north. So this storm is really starting to rotate, really wrapping up now areas north of Mulberry Grove, south of Whitesville. That's the area of concern at the moment. This looks to be crossing the interstate here fairly soon, and that will cross over into the city of Hamilton, areas just north of Catala, north of Ellerslie, Osahatchee Creek, Waverly Hall, all of these areas just to the north and east of there. That's what we're concerned about, is this tornado is going to track off to the east at a very fast rate, about 60 miles per hour. And don't forget, we've got that storm up in Troup and Meriwether counties, a tornado confirmed on the ground with that as it moves off to the east toward the city of Greenville, Harris City, and Primrose. All would be under the gun for that storm. But again, as of right now, a live view on live Doppler 9, the area's only live radar. We've got a very dangerous storm moving through Harris County. And it would surprise me if we got out of this without any damage reports from Harris County as this tornado moves through, or possible tornado moves through. Let's go over to, well, let's stay right here on Sky Tracker. We'll point out a couple things here, then we'll go over to TrueView Max in a moment. Again, the possible tornado just east of the city of Hamilton right now. This is, again, south of Pine Mountain. It'll be crossing near Pine Mountain Valley here very soon if it's not already, south of Callaway Gardens. But again, if you're anywhere near the gardens, we want you to go ahead and be in a safe place. To the north of this circulation, we're getting some very heavy rain. We're getting some large hail, some very gusty winds, but it's the southern flank of the storm we're most concerned about. Again, with these supercell thunderstorms, the tornado tends to form on the southern side of that thunderstorm. So again, this is what we're worried about just to the east of Hamilton right now. If you live in Waverly Hall, if you live in Ellerslie, if you live in Catala, this is all happening just to your north. Now, you're fine. You can go ahead and come out of that tornado safe place, but keep in mind more storms back off to the west are developing, so we'll be watching those closely. But here's our possible tornado that is moving across Highway 116 right now. Highway 116, as we said, runs from Hamilton back over to Shiloh. Pine Mountain Valley in here as well, Pine Mountain just to the north. So it's this corner of Harris County that we're most concerned about, and our possible tornado would be right here. So we'll put our velocity product back on here, and again, velocity means the raindrops within the thunderstorm. This is the Doppler part of Doppler radar. It's telling us where these raindrops are actually moving in this thunderstorm. Now, we're looking at the radar out of Birmingham, and it's still picking up a very good circulation with this storm. Now, this circulation is likely in the upper part of the atmosphere, upper part of this thunderstorm, because our radar from Birmingham, that beam gets higher as it moves away from Birmingham. So it's picking up the upper levels of this storm, and the upper levels of the storm are definitely rotating. We've got raindrops going this way, raindrops going this way, and it's that spin that we're worried about. So again, tracking this through Harris County, Hamilton right here, so it's right over Pine Mountain Valley, tracking near Shiloh. It'll be near Manchester and Warm Springs. We have now also some reports from the EMA in Meriwether County of a tornado that had actually touched down there. Again, we had two separate storms move through Meriwether County earlier today. So again, it does not surprise me that we had some reports of a tornado there down on the ground earlier, and we also have reports now of 2 people that are trapped in Meriwether County due to the EMA on Juxon Bullock Road. That's in Meriwether County again. So between Warm Springs and Manchester, okay, so that's very close by. So that's, again, in this area right here, 2 people that are trapped now. So that was probably with this most recent storm that has moved through. So again, this has a history of producing damage now from areas east of Hamilton to about Pine Mountain Valley, and now in parts of Manchester and Warm Springs in southern Meriwether counties.